My name is Mallory Bennett. I am 28 years old. And the night my own mother threw me out, she made sure the whole street was watching. I had just finished a 14-hour shift. My blazer still had dust on it from a renovation site. All I wanted was a shower, silence, and sleep. But when I turned into our street, my life was already scattered across the driveway. Clothes. Books. My work files. Even my certificates, thrown like garbage. For a second, I thought it was a robbery. Then I saw my father, standing near the garage, holding a bullhorn. "Attention everyone," he shouted. His voice echoed through the street. "We are finally kicking out our 28-year-old useless daughter." People slowed their cars. Some stopped. Some started recording. And then I saw my mother. She was kneeling beside my suitcase, holding a paintbrush. Red paint. She dragged it slowly across my bag and wrote one word. Pathetic. My younger sister laughed. Actually laughed, like this was some kind of show. She started placing cardboard signs near my things. "Free stuff. Take it. Belongs to a leech." That was the moment I understood. This wasn't anger. This wasn't sudden. This was planned. Carefully. Cruelly. Publicly. Then my mother grabbed the bullhorn and screamed the one line she wanted everyone to remember. "She owes us $16,000. Silence fell for half a second. Then whispers started. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I just stood there, feeling something inside me go completely still. Because I knew that number was a lie. Not just a lie. A dangerous one. I had given them money. A lot of it. Quietly. Every time they said it was an emergency. Bills. Repairs. My sister's tuition. I never questioned it. Because they were family. And now, they were turning it into a weapon. I slowly bent down. Picked up what wasn't broken. Put it into my car. No drama. No reaction. That confused them. My father lowered the bullhorn. My mother frowned. They expected a scene. They expected me to break. Instead, I closed the trunk. Then I looked straight at them. "This isn't over," I said quietly. "You're going to regret this." For a second, they just stared. And then, they laughed. Loud. Cruel. Unstoppable laughter. "With what?" my mother shouted. "What can you even do?" I didn't answer. Because at that moment, I didn't fully know yet. But I knew one thing for sure. I was done being their victim. That night, I slept in my car. Behind a 24-hour grocery store. Under a flickering light. My entire life was packed into the back seat. At 2 a.m., when everything went quiet, I finally turned on my phone flashlight and started checking what I had left. Broken frames. Cracked tablet. Paint-stained clothes. And then, I opened a small velvet box. Empty. My grandmother's ring was gone. That hit harder than anything else. Not the shouting. Not the humiliation. That. Because it wasn't expensive. But it was mine. And now, it was taken. By morning, I checked into a cheap motel. My head was pounding. My body felt heavy. And that's when I made the mistake. I opened social media. My sister had posted the whole thing. Not secretly. Proudly. A full live stream. There I was. Standing in silence. While my own family destroyed me in front of the world. Thousands of views. Comments pouring in. People laughing. Judging. Choosing sides. That's when something changed inside me. They were no longer a mom. Or dad. Or sister. They became something else. People. Who knew exactly how to hurt me. And chose to do it anyway. That morning. I stopped thinking like a daughter. And started thinking like someone who had nothing left to lose. And that was the moment everything began to change. By noon the next day. I had a plan. Not revenge. Not yet. Something better. Proof. I rented a small studio apartment. Nothing fancy. Just clean, quiet, mine. Then I booked a storage unit. Packed whatever I had left. And after that, I made one call. Reagan. I need you. She didn't ask questions. She never did. Reagan Cole had known me since college. Before careers. Before success. Before all this mess. Now, she worked in media. She understood one thing better than most people. Truth matters. But proof matters more. She came over within an hour. Coffee in one hand. Focus in her eyes. I showed her the video. She watched it once, silently. Then she paused. You saved everything, she asked. Every message, I said. Every transfer. She nodded slowly. Good, she said. Because your family didn't just humiliate you. They built evidence. That sentence changed everything. For the first time. I wasn't just hurt. I was dangerous. 2 days later. Reagan took me to someone I never thought I'd need. A lawyer. Nathan Cole. Her older brother. Calm. Quiet. Sharp. The kind of man who doesn't raise his voice. Because he doesn't need to. He watched the video. Read the messages. Went through my bank statements. Page by page. No reaction. No sympathy. Just focus. Then he leaned back and said something I'll never forget. Most people want revenge, he said. But they don't have proof. He looked straight at me. You do. My chest tightened. Is it enough? I asked. He gave a small nod. It's more than enough. Then he started connecting things. Things I hadn't even noticed. Your mother asked for money repeatedly, he said. Always urgent. Always emotional. I nodded. Your father sent invoices, asked you to pay directly. Yes. He tapped the table. And here. He slid a document toward me. My name. On paperwork I had never seen before. My stomach dropped. What is this? I whispered. Property-related filings, he said calmly. With your name attached. That's not possible. There's more, he added. Another file. Insurance documents. My name again. Listed as a co-applicant. I felt cold. I never signed this. Nathan didn't look surprised. I know, he said. Silence filled the room. Then he said the words that changed the entire game. This is no longer just family drama. He paused. This could be fraud. The room felt smaller. Heavier. Real. Listen carefully, Nathan continued. Once we start this, there's no going back. I swallowed. They could lose access to money. Credit. Even the house. For a second. I saw memories. My mother packing lunches. My father teaching me to drive. My sister laughing during storms. And then. I saw the driveway. The paint. The bullhorn. The laughter. I'm ready, I said. The first legal notice was sent that same day. Clear. Direct. Cold. Stop spreading false claims. Provide full financial records. Preserve all communication. No emotions. Just facts. But my family didn't respond with fear. They responded with noise. My mother posted online. Long paragraphs. Playing the victim. My daughter has changed. She's ungrateful. She's attacking her own family. My father commented under it. Quotes about respect. About parents. My sister? She reposted clips of the night. Laughing emojis. Consequences, she wrote. For a few hours. People believed them. Strangers judged me. Relatives appeared from nowhere. Everyone had an opinion. Without knowing the truth. But behind the scenes. Things were already moving. Nathan had started digging deeper. Bank records. Transfer trails. Paperwork history. Reagan was doing something else. Quietly asking questions. Because my mother had a reputation to protect. Community events. Public image. Perfect family mask. And masks don't survive evidence. A week later. There was a charity event downtown. My mother was going to be there. Smiling. Pretending. Performing. Reagan looked at me and said. You should go. I hesitated. Why? She held my gaze. Because this time, you won't be alone. So I went. Not for drama. Not for revenge. For something much more powerful. Witnesses. The venue was elegant. Lights. Music. Expensive people pretending not to gossip. I walked in, calm. Controlled. And then. My mother saw me. Her smile froze. Then quickly returned. Fake. Perfect. Oh, Mallory, she said loudly. My daughter is going through a difficult phase. People turned. Watched. Listened. My father stepped closer. My sister already had her phone out. Recording again. Of course she was. I didn't react. I let them talk. I let them lie. I let them perform. Until enough people had gathered. Until the room was quiet enough. Then. I asked one simple question. Do you still claim I owe you $16,000? My mother lifted her chin. Absolutely. Perfect. I took out my phone. Connected it to a speaker. And pressed play. Her own voice echoed through the room. She owes us $16,000. The exact moment. The exact lie. No escape. Then I held up printed papers. Transfers. Dates. Amounts. Descriptions. One by one. I started reading. Calm. Clear. Steady. This is for property tax. This is for repairs. This is for tuition. This is for insurance. The room went silent. Not normal silence. Heavy silence. The kind that changes things. And in that moment. For the first time. They weren't in control anymore. The silence in that room. It didn't break. It spread. People looked at my mother, then at the papers in my hand, then back at her. For the first time in my life. She had no script. My father stepped forward. You're embarrassing us, he said through clenched teeth. I looked straight at him. No, I replied calmly. You embarrassed yourselves the night you threw me out. A few people shifted uncomfortably. My sister slowly lowered her phone. Even she didn't know what to do now. That's when Nathan stepped in. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just clear. "I'm Nathan Cole," he said. "Legal counsel." That was enough. The room changed instantly. Because rumors are one thing. But legal action? That's real. He didn't threaten them. He didn't argue. He simply stated facts. "False public claims have been documented," he said. "Financial records contradict those claims." A pause. "And there are additional concerns regarding unauthorized use of identity." My mother's face lost color. My father stopped talking. And just like that, their confidence collapsed. I didn't stay for the argument. I didn't need to. The damage was already done. Truth had entered the room. And it wasn't leaving. 3 days later, everything started falling apart for them. My mother was suspended from her community board. Sponsors pulled out. People started asking questions. Real questions. Not gossip. Facts. My father's business began losing clients. Slow at first. Then faster. No one wanted to work with a man who publicly humiliated his own daughter. And my sister? Her online image collapsed overnight. Clips of that night spread everywhere. Not the version she posted. The real version. Without filters. Without control. At the same time, legal pressure kept building. Bank records were reviewed. Documents were flagged. The insurance policy with my name on it? Under investigation. Permit applications? Questioned. And then, their refinance was frozen. Money stopped moving. That's when the calls started. Not angry anymore. Desperate. "Mallory, pick up. We need to talk. This has gone too far." Funny how family becomes important. When consequences arrive. 3 weeks. That's all it took. 3 weeks after they stood in that driveway and laughed at me. My phone started exploding. Calls. Messages. Voicemails. Dozens. Then hundreds. So many. I had to put my phone face down in the sink. Just to stop hearing it vibrate. It felt like being hunted. But this time, I wasn't the victim. Nathan called me shortly after. His voice was calm. "Mallory," he said. "The situation has escalated." I stayed quiet. "The insurance company has opened a fraud review," he continued. "The bank is asking questions." A pause. "Your parents are in serious trouble." I closed my eyes. Not relief. Not joy. Just clarity. An hour later, my sister showed up. Outside my office. No makeup. Red eyes. Shaking hands. For the first time. She looked real. Not cruel. Not arrogant. Just scared. "I didn't know," she said quickly. "I swear, I didn't know about the paperwork." I studied her face. Maybe she was telling the truth. Maybe not. But it didn't change what she had done. "You still filmed it," I said quietly. That hit her. Hard. She sat down, covering her face. Everything finally catching up to her. Later that night, my mother called. From an unknown number. Her voice was completely different. No pride. No control. Just fear. "They're talking about charges," she said. "We could lose the house." She took a shaky breath. "Please, this is your family." I listened. Once. Then I sent the voicemail to Nathan. The next morning. We had a meeting. Neutral place. Conference room. No audience. Just us. For the first time. No performance. My mother looked older. My father, smaller. My sister didn't even look at me. Nathan set the rules. Clear. Simple. No lies. No shouting. No manipulation. My mother broke first. I didn't mean for this to happen, she cried. I looked at her. Calm. You bought the paint, I said. You made the signs. You planned it. Silence. Because she couldn't deny it. Nathan placed the documents on the table. Cold. Clear. She did not authorize any of this, he said. She does not owe you money. Another pause. In fact, you owe her. My mother whispered. We'll pay it back. Nathan nodded slightly. That's only part of it. Then everyone looked at me. Waiting. For anger. For revenge. But I didn't need either. I just needed truth. You will post a full public apology, I said. Clear. Specific. They stayed silent. You will remove every video. Every post. You will repay every dollar. I looked at my sister. You will admit what you did. Tears rolled down her face. She nodded. And one more thing, I added. You don't contact me again. That one hurt them the most. I could see it. Because control was gone. Completely. They agreed. Not because they wanted to. Because they had to. Within 48 hours. Everything changed. Public apologies were posted. Truth replaced lies. People saw what really happened. Not their version. The real one. They didn't lose everything. But they lost something bigger. The illusion. That they could destroy me. And face no consequences. As for me. I moved on. New apartment. Quiet space. Peace. No shouting. No fear. Just silence. The good kind. A month later. I stood inside a restored theater. Lights glowing exactly the way I designed them. Warm. Soft. Perfect. And in that moment. I understood something. This was never about revenge. It was about control. And I finally took mine back. Because sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is stop letting people break you.